Hello, everyone, and welcome to Homeschooling with Hera. Hope you all are doing great. It's our ninth session of the Spelling Rules workshop. And as I said, that I will share the sequence of the spelling rules, and this is one of the things that you people have been asking for a lot. So, in today's video, I'll share with you the sequence of the spelling rules, or what should be the roadmap if we are giving this course to kids. One more thing that I haven't written here, but I should mention that what should be the fee which teachers should charge for spelling rules course. Okay, so I'll also include this. And if you are ready to dive, so without any further ado, let's get it started. So this is the sequence for our junior kids. Junior kids means the kids who are 5 years or 5 to 6, or the kids who are just learning spellings for the first time. So how you should begin? Remember, dear teachers and parents, you cannot dive deeper or you cannot teach spelling rules if you don't give children the sounds of English letters, okay, or the 42 phonic sounds. So if you get a student who already knows the 26 letter sounds, so first you need to teach him all the 42 sounds that are in the Jolly Phonics. And if you don't know them, so check the first video of this series where I have shared with you the 42 sounds, which is the first milestone if you want to learn spelling rules. Okay? So after teaching 42 sounds of English alphabet, the second step towards spelling rules will be the first alternatives of those spelling. Okay? This set mostly has the alternative of vowels. So, for example, if you have taught AI for the long A sound in the 42 sounds, so the alternative spelling that you will teach here in the second step will be AI, AY, that we use at the end of English words. If you have taught EE in 42 sounds, you will teach EA as the first alternative, OA in 42 sounds. So here you will teach OW, and obviously if there are some rules which these alternative spellings follow, you have to teach them. For example, OA doesn't come at the end of English words, so if you want to write O sound as in low, below, or slow, you have to go with OW. Similarly, I doesn't stand at the end of English words, so go for AY if you hear the A sound at the end of English word. For this, we don't have any rules, but I have explained about all these things in the second day recording of the spelling rules workshop, the same workshop that I'm giving here. So you can check out the second day recording, as well as I will share with you my spelling rules book for level 1, where I have created some stories to teach the first alternatives of vowel sounds. Okay, so you can also go with my spelling rules book. That's a workbook for kids for level 1, where we teach the alternatives for the first time along with other spelling rules. Got it? So the first step is teaching the 42 sounds. Second is the first alternatives of vowels. And after this, the third step will be spelling rules like the CK rule, the floss rule. I will give a list of this as well to you. Okay, so don't worry, just stay calm. In the next slides, you will see that what will be the sequence for spelling rules. But this is how you will proceed to spelling rules. Okay. Now this was for junior kids. Let's have a look that if you get a third grader, fourth grader, or fifth grader who is struggling with the spelling. Actually, what happens that if your kids are third or fourth grader, they already have some knowledge of letters. They have a storage of, not knowledge but storage of words. So sometimes you might feel that teaching them phonics or right from the scratch is a waste of time. But mark my words, if you want to teach spelling rules to anybody, if you want to learn them yourself as well, you have to follow the path. Okay, you can go on a faster pace if you are teaching a third, fourth, or fifth grader, but you have to follow the same roadmap. First, the 42 sounds of phonics, or if you want to rush, so at least give them the short and the long vowel sounds. This is a must. Without this, you just cannot teach spelling rules. At least the short and the long vowel sounds should be covered before you start teaching them any rules. Because consonant sounds are okay, they are just as we say them, but short and long vowel sounds are different. So you must teach them the short and long vowel sounds before you take them to spelling rules. Okay, so let's start from here. 42 phonic sounds. After this, the second step is again alternative spellings. But here, what you can do, instead of teaching the first alternatives, you can teach all the alternatives together. For example, if you are teaching the alternative of long A, so this is the first spelling, AI, then you can tell that if A comes at the end of English word, you can write AY. Then you can also teach them that EY also say A in words like they, pray, gray. Moreover, we have EIGHA. We also have EIA as in there. The magic EA is also a pattern. Teach magic EA as a separate rule because it goes with all the alternative spellings, right? With all the vowels. So you can just teach it separately and then can tell that the split digraph rules apply to all the vowels, right? So to senior students, you can give all the alternatives together. For the long O sound, OA, then tell OW, then give them OE. You can also give them the magic E side by side. And if you teach them the open syllable rule, you can also tell that a single A can say the long O sound and a single O can also say the long O sound, right? But for this, obviously, you need to teach them syllables first. So I'm erasing this from here. Just tell them the alternative spellings right now. And while teaching them spelling rules, when you teach them syllables, when you teach them the open syllable, then you can add the single letters in this list as well, which can say their long sound at the end of syllables, right? I hope that this thing is also clear. And once you give them the alternative spellings, you can start with the spelling rules. The sequence will be the same. You will give floss rule, CK rule, TCH, all these rules in the same sequence, but the speed, the pace will be different, or you can say will be faster than the kids, right? Now let's see the complete list of rules. Okay, so this is level 1, and as I said that in level 1 we mostly have the first alternatives of the long vowel sounds. I'm not going to read the whole list. You can take screenshots for these things. This is level 1. I have rearranged this list a bit because I believe that if we teach kids shy I, toughy Y at the beginning, so we can just go with many spelling patterns in which I doesn't stand at the end. So once this rule is given, we can justify many other rules. So level 1 starts with the alternative spelling of vowels. Then we go for a split digraph or the magic key. Next is floss rule, CK rule. Because why we are teaching floss and CK rule? Because our kids already know about the short vowels, and floss rule and CK rule has a direct connection with the short vowels. After this, we have the NG and NK sounds that are the nasal sounds. We do not have any rule for this, but it's a spelling pattern that we have to teach our kids. Syllables, how to break words into syllables. If once they know about the syllables, then you can go for the letter Y, saying the long E sound because it says the long E sound at the end of multisyllabic word. Now here is another thing. If you are teaching this to a kiddo, you can teach only one sound of letter Y at a time. For example, here you have taught Y can say I at the end of English words, short English words. Here you can say Y can say E at the end of English words, or long English word. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. But if you are teaching this to a third, fourth grader, you can give all the sounds of letter Y together. Y has four sounds. Ya, E, I, A. Ya, E, I, A. Ya, A, I, A. Y has four sounds. Ya, E, I, A. Ya, A, I, A. Okay. And then you can give the rules, the word list, and this is how 4 rules can be covered at a time. Okay. Now this depends on you. you should know the rules very well and you should know the pace of your kids, so you can just mix up the things. If you can't do this, follow the sequence. This sequence is taken from the UK national curriculum, so you can either follow it, it is safe to follow it, but if you can customize your course, you're free to do this, okay? But the things should be in a logical sequence. You should not jump from, yeah, for example, you haven't taught kids how to break words into syllables, and you are telling them that y says e at the end of long words, so that won't make sense. Okay, first you need to teach them syllables, then you can go for the long words. Got it? Then we have tch rule, rule for letter v that we can't stand at the end of English word without e. We have rules for plurals, ck or k at the beginning of the words. Then we have the most important thing, rules for suffixes. This is something literally crucial. Why? Because as you progress further to year 3, 4, 5, and 6, you mostly have the suffixes which are changing their spellings. So if you give a strong foundation of adding suffixes at this level, at level 1, your kids won't make mistakes in adding suffixes at advanced levels. Okay, so here we start with basic suffixes like ing, er, est, ed. I think I have missed writing ed here, but ed also comes here. And then we have the short s sound. You can just see that how the things are going. So level 1 is ending at 51. Then we have the level 2. Again, if you are customizing a course, so you can teach floss rule, ck rule, tch rule, and dge rule one after the other. Why? Because they all depend on short vowels. So this is the sequence for students who are naive, who are new to spelling patterns. But if your kids are third, fourth, and fifth grader, you can mix up the rules. Having said, the logical sequence should be there. Next thing that we have in level 2 is soft C, soft G rule. We have the soft G is missing. I should have written soft G here as well. Then we have the silent letters KN and GN, saying that N sound at the beginning, as in night, as and in gnome. WR words LE as L sound, EL as L sound, AL as L sound, IL as L sound, and then some more rules. Level 4 has the doubling of the final consonant in the multisyllabic words. Remember, we have been practicing this, and I have invited you to my live class for this as well. Why saying the short I sound? It is level 3 and 4. But as I said, that if your child is a third grader already or a fourth grader already, so you can give all the sounds of letter Y in a single lecture. Okay? Kids are smart enough to grasp the idea. Then we have some prefixes, suffixes. The SURE suffix pronounced as ure, as in pleasure, measure, treasure. The chur suffix, OUS, us suffix, TION, SION, CIN, double SION. CH saying the K sound. The spellings of G and K with GUE and QUE in French base words. Next we have SC, where C is silent, so we have a word list of such words. We need to introduce this concept to our kids that when SC are together, C gets silent. Different spellings of the long A sound, but as I told you, if your child is a third, fourth, or fifth grader, you can simply give the whole list to them. But take care of the pace of your child. Sometimes, if the base is not strong, the pace is also not very fast. So consider your students' strengths and weaknesses and then design your course. Okay? We have possessive apostrophe with plural nouns. It's a grammar topic, but since it also changes the spelling, that's why we teach this here. The shear suffixes CIOUS, TIOUS, shall suffixes CIAL and TIAL, like in a special, right? Artificial, my pencil is not working. Special, artificial, this is the shell sound. So we introduce this spelling of the shell sound, then end sound, and and sound, the able suffix, use of hyphen between words. Okay, I before E except after C, O U G H, different pronunciation, silent letters in words, and then some other homophones in which we have CE and SE endings, right? So this is our course from beginning, from phonics to level 5 and 6. I've tried to explain it and tried to keep it as simple as possible. I hope that things make sense to you. If you have any questions related to any of these topics, you can write them down in the not the description, I'm sorry, in the comments box. I'll try my level best to satisfy you. However, English is a complex language, right? I hope that this thing is clear. Now, to give some more clarity to you on customized lessons, here is a sample. This is something that I would suggest to start with. Okay, so first of all, and this is for a third grader plus. Okay, I'm not talking about junior kids. If you are having a student who is a third grader or above, you can follow this plan. Okay, the first thing that you have to do is the introduction to vowels. Tell them what are short vowels, long vowels, R control vowels, and diphthongs, and give all of their alternatives as well. Okay, next, you will go for syllabication, dividing words into syllables. Teach them what are closed syllables, open syllables. These are the two most important thing. And here you have to mention, obviously, this is the rule that vowel will say its long sound in open syllable. Then we have the consonant plus le syllable, magic key syllable. We also have vowel team syllables and things like this, but that are not required. Okay, so you can simply start with close and open syllable. It will be enough. But if you want to go for consonant plus le, go ahead. Okay. Then come to the spelling rules. In the spelling rules, this is the sequence. Floss rules, CK, TCH, and DGE. They can be taught together because they all have the same thing, that we need a short vowel to apply these rules. Okay, then you can teach them the four sounds of letter Y, because this is another important convention in English spelling. After that, we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 rule, or the doubling of the final consonant, because if we write the past of things, a past of verbs, or if we are adding suffixes to something, so we need to learn the doubling of the final consonant rule. Then we have the rabbit rule, change of y to I, the rules that we apply when we are adding something to y, and the al spelling at the end of English words, ALELLE. After this, you have the list. Keep following the list. Whatever rule is coming is sequence, you can add it on, right? So I hope this will help you. And now let's talk about the fee for a spelling rule course. This was also a frequently asked question, that what should be the fee for spelling rules course. So here are some points that you need to remember. Your fee depends on certain things: the market where you are selling this course, the demand for the course, and also your efficiency. So if you are selling your course to a high tier country means where consumers have good purchasing power. Okay, so if they can buy expensive things, you can charge them accordingly. And if you are selling your course or services to a low tier country, okay, where consumers do not have a good purchasing power, or the currency where is so devalued, so obviously you have to take care of this thing before setting a price. The next thing that you need to consider while setting your price is the demand for the course. If nobody is asking for spelling rules in your area or the place where you are selling this stuff, so no one will pay you anything. Okay, so you also need to check for the demand of this course. The next thing, and the most important thing, is efficiency. Because if you are efficient enough, you can sell your stuff to the world. It then doesn't have any concern with your area, because your area will be the world. It don't have any concern with the demand of this course in your market, because the market will be the world. Okay, you can sell it to the global market. So somewhere someone must buy this course, and to sell this course to that person, you should be efficient enough, you should be intelligent enough, you should have a good command on what you're selling, what you're teaching, and then you can earn in dollars while sitting in your home. Okay, So these are the three basic things on which the fee depends. However, to give you an idea that if you are selling this course in India or Pakistan, you can start charging for 2500 monthly, three classes a week, three or two classes a week. Again, it depends on you as well. If you think that your time, three classes a week means 12 hours monthly, cost for 2500, go for it. If you think no, my time is precious and it doesn't cost 25, so either reduce the hours, go to 8 hours 2500, or increase the fee. And if you think that nobody will pay you this, then the decision is yours. If somebody won't pay me my price, I will not sell my stuff. Okay? I teach every day, I make free videos because I love this thing, right? But if somebody asks me to give some personalized lessons and they won't pay me the fee that I want, that I'm charging, I will not provide them my services. That's flat, okay? Because time is precious, time is money. So this is my time, it's my will how I will spend it. If I want to give something free, I will give it free, I don't mind. But if I want something in return, this is also my right that I can demand it. So same goes for you. Consider the worth of your time before you sell your services or any stuff. So I was talking about India and Pakistan local market. You can start with 2500 if you are a new teacher, but you can even raise it to 5000 and above. You just have to find the right consumers. If you find the right consumer, you can charge them as you wish. For international students, you can even start with 10 USD per class. It's a huge difference, okay? 10 USD per class and 2500 monthly. And how you will get the international students or the students from your own country? By posting on Facebook, join different groups, join educational groups where the things are going. If somebody is asking for a tuition, you should be there to give your intro. You should be there to tell that what you can teach. And you should have some proof with you, make some slides or whatever, simple short videos to convince people that yes, you can teach their kids and you worth it. Okay, so this is how the fee thingy will work. I hope that you have got some idea about it as well. And with this is the end of our ninth session. I hope that you have enjoyed this session. If yes, so please write it in the comment box. I'll see you with the 10th and the last session of the Spelling Rules workshop tomorrow. Have a nice day ahead. Take care. Bye for now. And don't forget to make it a great day. Bye.